Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going back to the old shunting yard for a look round. This footage may look a bit different because I'm using the old GoPro again because it's a bit lighter to carry around and it's a bit of a pain to get to this place. So at least it is from the way I come. So I'm told there's some new stuff here. So we'll have a little look and see what we can find, shall we? I'll catch up with you when I get a bit closer. See you in a bit. As you can hear, the wind has got up a little bit, but probably about halfway along the path now, I suppose I am. I'll give you a 360 now and you can take a little look around. I'm going to turn that way, scan around. There's a pile under there, there's the steelworks in the background, Port Talbot steelworks in the background. Spin right round. Keep going and we're coming back onto the path that we started with the full 360. There we go. As you can see, it's pretty much isolated and pretty much in the middle of nowhere out here. So you know, you get a little bit of peace and quiet. There are dog walkers and things along here and sort of stuff like that, but other than that, it's not too bad. I've got a drink with me, but I'm beginning to wish I'd put a brew kit in now to make a quick cuppa. But never mind. I've got water, so that's going to have to do the trick. Right, I'll catch up with you when I get back a bit closer to the actual shunting yard. Bye. Well, we've got part of the old trackside equipment here, which I think is probably where there was a telephone at some point. Yeah, I think there's probably a telephone in there at some point. So it's on wood, so wagons ho. I don't know what these things are, but they are very pretty. Yeah, sort of I'm hoping that's coming out on the camera. They're a kind of quite a bright mauvey kind of colour, I suppose. Purpley mauvey kind of colour. This is obviously part of an old railway bridge, and that's the embankment up there. So we're going to take a little look at this. It's not that spectacular, but I mean, I can't remember if I showed this last time I was here or not. We got a nice little bit of shade in here. Although we've not got any, well, we've still got a breeze, but there's track marks to pan up. It looks quite interesting up there. Pan around a little bit, back down, and down here we have what look like fresh, or pretty fresh, caterpillar track marks. These are out under the, away from the edge of the bridge. They're not covered by the actual bridge roadway, if you want to call it that. And we had pretty heavy rain the other day, so I would have thought they would have pretty much been washed out in the open there. But I don't know. Depends how hard packed this ground is. Right, well, I'm nearly at the shunting yard now, so I'll come back to you now when I get there. It isn't going to be that long for you guys, but it's going to be a bit longer for me. Wow, this place is really overgrown since the last time I was here. This was all this area now we're looking at now was pretty much open last time I was here. I'm just looking at that bridge over there. I'm wondering if there's a way up on top of that, which there probably is, but I'm going to take a look at that after. But I mean, all this area here, this was all pretty much open, not far off, gravel with a few bushes on it the last time I was here. which was some time ago, I have to be honest. And I'm not really seeing any sort of railway wagons, to be honest. Incidentally, if you can hear a horrendous rattling sound, which is probably doing your heads in if you're watching that, it's the little pouch that the GoPro lives in. Ah, we got a wagon down there. So what we got that way? Another bridge and some trackside equipment we can take a look at. I'm going to get crunching now when I start walking on the ballast. Incidentally, if you're watching this and you're a youngster or a young person, shall we say, please don't play on the railway lines. It's really not clever and it's really dangerous. These lines, as you can see, pretty much haven't been used in donkey's years, but all the same I'm still keeping a jolly good lookout just in case something starts moving. I'm hoping you can see that because I can't see a damn thing on the back of the camera screen. Let's come across, give you a closer up look, and we have a nice old iron bar here. Well, let's see how heavy this thing is. This is going to be awkward because I've got so much kit dangling off me, but if I bend down to pick this up I'm probably going to drop something. Gordon Bennett, that is jolly heavy. Yes, I very nearly said a naughty word then, folks. That must weigh about 30 pounds. Honestly, it must be a lot heavier than it looks. But I won't be taking that home with me as it does. Not that I was thinking of that in the first place. I haven't got a lot of use for large lumps of rusty iron, to be honest with you. Right, let's check out these wagons down here then, shall we? Right, I'll come back to you when I get down by those. I'll be at the first of the wagons, which is a sort of a flatbed type wagon. Sorry about the wind noise, there's nothing I can do about that. It's we're quite close to the coast here and it's actually pretty exposed. Sort of a dumper type wagon there. Oh, look, coal. That looks a lot like coal down there. There's the wagon a bit closer up. Get it all in. You can see the links for the hitch, the pipes for the air brake or vacuum brakes, whatever it is they use on these things, and of course the buffers. I wish I could see the back of the screen. There we are, the buffers. Well, the question is there this wagon for a square? You guys can go and have a look. I can't. Are you coming back down? That's the bit with one of these kind of extending arm type gadgets. Tilt you back up. And let's go and check out the other wagon. I'm sorry if the movement is a bit sort of weird, but I'm on a kind of a, it's not a gimbal thing, I've just got like a long arm dangling underneath which is giving it a little bit of a pendulum effect, so damping out some of the motion, hopefully. See, this is I'm not quite sure what the hell this is. Let's take a look inside. I don't know how well we're going to see in there. Oh, I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but that's got like kind of sort of weird shapes. I think these must be like hopper cars. I'm guessing, oops, sorry about that, I tripped over the bush. I'm guessing these things are actually open at the top though. So, graffitied up. And I can see some more wagons in the distance down there. And another one down by here. I'll pan across so you can see the other one. Right, there's another something down there in the bushes. Let's go and check that out. As you can see, nothing has been moving along these lines for absolutely ages. I don't know how close we can get up close to them, but I don't know how easy it's going to be to get a half decent view of the damn things, because they're pretty well overgrown now. Let's go around this bit and see what we got. That is really overgrown in there. It's incredible how quickly nature will take back. Spotted some fungi. It's incredible how quickly nature will take back. I spotted some more wagons in the distance over there, so there's quite a few down here. The question is, I can't see the back of the camera, which is a real pain, because that's the trouble with these GoPro screens, it goes off after so long. That, I've no idea what that's for. Okay, well, these have proved a little bit difficult to get to. To be honest with you, I've had to pretty much go across country to get to these. It's really quite overgrown, yeah. These look like some kind of, I'm guessing that's some kind of like a canvassy, tarpaulin-y type material. Well, we've got more wagons here. But these things are really overgrown. I don't even know if you can see that. Try and get the other end of it. I don't know how easy that's going to be either. I can get down by here. There's quite a row of these wagons. Crazy. I can get in by here, I think. Got to be a little bit careful walking through this undergrowth, because sometimes we get holes and things in these places. Oh damn, I could have got up the other side of it a lot easier. Story of me. Oh, you see what I mean about a hole? I wouldn't want to fall in that damn thing. Break your leg out, yeah, you could be a bit kippered. This is really overgrown. I found some more. These are kind of like, I suppose they're wagons of a sort. There's a lot more wagons over there. Now we got a plane for company. Actually, these things look more like container things that probably go on wagons, looking at them. There's more over there. More wagons, and there's some off in the distance, but they're a heck of a way away down there in the background. Hang on, See how hard it is to get to them. Looks like a bit of an old platform there. A few more sort of wagons there. Okay, well this is interesting. This line has, I don't know if you can see that shine on that, and the worn patch along the top. These lines have been used reasonably recently, yet they're still quite overgrown. So as you can see, it's quite overgrown both ways. Now, those wagons in front of me, those are the ones that have been proving quite difficult to get to, and I'm actually going to get off this line. The problem is I basically have to, everything here is really overgrown, and that area over there is really quite marshy, and I've basically had to double back quite a long way and circle around and follow the tracks in, basically to find out how to get to these things. So I don't remember it being this boggy the last time I come down here. So whether I've come to a slightly different part of the actual shunting yard, I'm not quite sure. And we do actually have what appears to be a fence there. So the big question is, I've not passed any gates, I've not climbed any fences to get to here. So I'm not sure if that is just the sort of wetlands area fenced off, or if that's supposed to fence this bit off. But this is obviously not in major use at the moment. So let's go and check out these wagons. I'll come back in a second. Well, to be honest, this one has proved a bit of a git to get to, if I'm honest. But I've managed to actually get to it now. So I'm going to walk along and take a look at it from the other end. It's quite a few carriages, or wagons, not carriages. Duh. If I only had a brain. Anyway, now you know why I give up my singing career. Right, yeah, something I don't do. It's actually quite pretty, that, isn't it? Some of this graffiti can be, I mean, I don't agree with graffitiing, but some of it can be quite pretty. Ooh, what have we got here? Air on, air off, closed and open. Interesting, it's the hopper controls. So presumably these things will drive over a hole in the tracks and dump the, I don't know if it's coal or whatever it is, or ore or whatever it is these things carry. Because this, bearing in mind, this is probably, most of these are probably from the steelworks, and presumably it falls through the hole in the tracks and then falls into some kind of pit, and which is then taken to the furnaces or whatever it does. Or having said that, I mean, maybe they take old slag away, I don't know, from the steelworks. The air brake valves, or vacuum brakes as the case. Oh, we've got a different type of couple in here too. I'm guessing these modern ones have air brakes rather than vacuum brakes, because I know they went from air brakes to vacuum brakes because they were supposed to be safer, but I think they've gone back to air brakes again now. I'm no expert on this, so I'm sure the serious train lads and lasses will tell me otherwise. Let's get a bit of a look up in there. Hoping you can see what I can't. A drone would be alright, wouldn't it, for this sort of thing? If I could fly one. I might be alright, I had flying lessons. Anyway. This is longer than I thought. more wagons again up here. This place goes on forever. I'm up to these wagons now. I haven't done these ones. I'm pretty certain I haven't if I didn't get this far over. And I'm going to walk along these now, and then I'm going to come back down the other side of the other ones that are behind these. And that's probably going to be pretty much it from me, because I have now got quite I've got quite a walk back, and I have to go shopping after this as well. So I don't want to be too wrecked when I go to Iceland. So find something for my tea. This bit of track is, or what X-track I suppose you should call it, is pretty well ropey by the bit that I'm actually on. It's covered in rubbish and bits of old iron. It's very uneven, as you can probably see. You see that bit? Again, I'm sorry about the wind noise, folks. Nothing I can do about that with the GoPro. I noticed the battery in the camera is getting a bit low as well, so I'm going to start making my way back. But I want to take a look at this thing first. I've no idea what it is, but it looks odd. So let's take a... You see what I mean about overgrown? I mean, by heck, this thing is overgrown. Oh, it's a wagon, but it's quite battered on the end. That looks like it's had a bump of some sort. And that's had a bump, I reckon. That is a pretty hefty bit of steel. Hello YouTubers. Well, this is the end of the tour of the, I think it's called Margam sort of shunting yards. Well, it's the disused part of Margam shunting yards. So the end is, I can hear shooting in the distance. Somebody must be out shooting bunnies or foxes or something. So I'm going to start making my way back home, which is that way, or at least back to the car is that way, and I'm going to leave you to it until next time. Thank you for watching.